Yastrzemski to left field. Lynn is in center. Evans in right. Very well might be the best defensive outfield in baseball. Get some argument from the Red fans, the other clubs, but they can all throw and cover ground, and they're very accurate throwers. Even the Cincinnati scout reports rate them the best that they played against, potentially. In the infield, Petroselli's at third. At short is Burleson. At second is Doyle. At first is Cooper. And there he is. He says he's 35. People say going on 45. His father's here, 70 years old. His father was one of the greatest pitchers in the history of Cuba. He pitched also in the Negro American League. Did not want his son to pitch in baseball. We'll tell you that story later. Tony?
All right, Kurt and Dick, let's go to the man who's going to catch him in today's ball game, and that, of course, is Carlton Fisk. He'll be calling the pitches. Let's hear what Carlton had to say about Luis Tiant.
Baseball game against the Cincinnati Reds. What might he throw them, but what will be the big thing for him?
Well, Tony, I think he'll go with his basic game, which is basically aggressive game. He has 4 good pitches that he can throw for strikes at any time with a multitude of variations on each pitch. I look for him to be aggressive today and try to get ahead of the hitters.
I think Dick Stockton will tell you we'll know right away about Tiant.
If Louis Tiant has his control, he'll be all right. And, of course, that's where you'll see the head feints and all the body fakes that he likes to do. He's people call him an exotic type of a pitcher. If he doesn't have his control, he'll be in trouble. And, of course, he has to get his fastball in there.
The umpires today, they're all working in their first World Series. Behind the plate will be Art France of the American League. Nick Calusi of the National League working at first. Larry Barnett of the American League at second. Dick Stello of the National League at third. He's a Boston, Massachusetts man, by the way. Down the left field line, covering will be George Maloney of the American League, and Satch Davidson of the National League is working the right field line. One of baseball's best players over a long stretch, Pete Rose, batting .317, a switch hitter. Great fan of the game. He knows every batting average of every player in the major league. Ball one to him. You fans know all about these players. You studied them all year and followed them on NBC's Game of the Week, Monday Night Baseball. We're going to let you watch a lot of the action. They play Rose slightly toward left. Fouls it into the seats. A ball and a strike to Pete Rose. The on-deck batter, Little Joe Morgan. And then you get into the big boys, Johnny Bench, Perez, and Foster. That's Morgan.
That last pitch was a good sign for Tiant. He had the ball by Pete Rose, and if he's got his good fastball, it'll set up his off-speed stuff.
He has 6 different pitches that come from everywhere. There's a changeup. That's fouled out of play. I asked him about his knuckleball. He says, no throw knuckleball. Knuckleball, no good. He is a wit of the ballpark. The fans, he may be one of the most beloved players the Red Sox have ever had. He was washed up a few years ago with a bad arm and came back. A miraculous comeback. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. High and away, 2-2. The A's said last week he had better than an average major league fastball. Of course, that makes all these other dipsy-doodle stuff look pretty good. 2-2 count to Pete Rose. We're just underway. There's his hesitation pitch. That's his hesitation pitch.
Look at Pete.
Pete says, what was that? What was that?
Throw me another one.
He borrowed that a page out of Satchel Paige's book. 3-2. And Rose hammers a fastball foul into the seat.
Well, this is what Rose likes to do, stay alive and wait for his pitch. Tiant did not win 20 games for